What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. I've literally just done the whole video and then gone to, my camera and started doing the good afternoon, everybody. And then I realised I hadn't even clicked start streaming. So that kind of tells you how my Friday is going. I'm pretty bad at this streaming thing. Like, I'm always muted. The stream doesn't start on time. I've literally just started a stream without actually clicking start streaming. For anyone that knows how it works on YouTube as well, not only had I not done it, on YouTube, I hadn't even done it in OBS. So there was everybody waiting. I thought, right, they're listening to the tunes, they're listening to Candyland and whatnot, but actually, you just weren't at all. Friday deadlines are so chaotic. Honestly, it's absolutely mad. I've literally not stopped since 9 o'clock this morning. Loads of stuff to be doing. Anyway, Friday deadline. I'm sometimes going to do longer streams on Fridays, especially this week because it's wildcard week for a lot of people. And I think they're going to get a lot of questions about the wildcard and all that good stuff. What will I put on? Chicane? I'm going to put on some Chicane. Poppy Holler. Anyone know that song? That bit of music. It's not really a song, is it? No, we're not. No, we're not what? 2-hour deadline stream. Yes. The worst game week in ages. So, look, let me just bring my team up straight away. I better not hum it. Probably get copyright struck or whatever. We forgive you now. Give me advice. Sure. IWTBF. Trent and Vidra or Phillips and Lacquer, Bamford Wood. I feel like for this week, Trent and Vidra is probably better. But long term, you're probably going to want a bit more money than Vidra, I would say. If you don't have to start Vidra every week, then I definitely prefer the Trent one. If you do, then I'd rather have someone more expensive. I don't even know if Lacazette will start. Bamford's got bad fixtures. You could just go for Wood right now. Or Iheanacho, something like that. Enzo, wildcard. Sofa and Lingard or Fofana and Neto. Probably the latter, to be honest. Better fixtures. Trent and Iheanacho, Phillips and Vardy. Oh, no, that's tough. That's tough. You're not allowed to ask difficult questions. I mean, if Iheanacho keeps starting, then I'd probably go for that one. But Vardy just gives you definite starter status. You're not going to captain him very much, I don't think. Probably Trent and Iheanacho. Can we not have any hard questions? Can we have who should I captain out of Salah and Dawson? Something like that. That would be better. This is going to be tough. It's going to be so many questions like that, and I feel like I'm going to chop and change my mind a lot. But yeah, Will, thank you. But Hussein, thank you very much. You've been helpful. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad it's helping somebody at least. I'll get my team up on screen in a minute. Who to bench this week, Bamford or Rafinha, or should I bench both and start Smith Rowe? Smith Rowe. I don't even know if Smith Rowe would definitely start and what his minutes will be like, to be honest. I'd probably just start both of Bamford and Rafinha, I think, because they're both going to start. I know it's Man City, but still. Questions are rolling already. Bench one of Bamford, Rafinha or Saka. Again, similar situation. I don't even know if Saka's going to start, but he's got the better fixture. It's just, will his minutes be reduced, Out of Bamford and Rafinha, I would probably play Bamford. I think that's what I'm doing this week. Just for everyone that's already asked that. Diaz and Mendy or Edison and James? Probably Diaz and Mendy. You're more likely to get just better minutes, I think. Although it's not as interesting, I'll grant you that. Stones or De Bruyne out? I don't think either will start. So after that, I'll let you choose depending on what what the better move for you is. If you got defenders spare, then maybe just remove De Bruyne. Look, this is my team, right? So I've not made my transfers yet, okay? I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. For anyone that watched my team selection video, I had 3 different sets of kind of transfers that I was looking at. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for the Vardy one. Right, the super chats I'll try and get to in just a minute. I don't want to get too far behind on them, but I also want to talk about this. So I think I'm going to go Tierney to Trent. Now I could go Phillips, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the money. And while I don't know, I'm just going to leave Trent as that. At any point, I can downgrade Trent to Phillips. I know it's an extra transfer, but I always know I've got that 2 to 3 million there if I need it. So I'm just going to go for Trent, to be honest with you. I'm going to get rid of Antonio because he's not going to play this weekend, I don't think. Even though he's not red flagged, he probably isn't going to play. I'm going to get Jamie Vardy in. And then I'm probably going to take out De Bruyne because I don't think he's going to start. I could be wrong. I've not seen anything that convinces me that he will start. There's a big risk in this move because De Bruyne could start and I've taken him out, and Jota might not start and I'm bringing him in. But it kind of sets me up nicely for the weeks ahead. And the other thing, which I can possibly talk about in a minute if I can get some time to do it, even though we've got 2 hour streams, so should be able to, is this doesn't fully close me off to having Bruno Fernandes in Game Week 33. I'm not going to have him for 32, but I don't particularly care because Vardy's got West Brom. I'm going to captain Kane anyway, so Fernandes, like, whatever for 32. But for 33, I might have him. I guess I can show you how to do it, how I would do it. So this would be from -4, Trent, Jota, Vardy in. And then next week I have a choice, right? I can try and play Pep Roulette and see if Gundogan will start. If he doesn't, I could swap him out for Neto. Or I could bench Gundogan, play Rafinha, and sell Bamford for Iheanacho. So I'll just put Iheanacho in. So then, it's probably easier to show you on the live FPL page, to be honest. But I bring Iheanacho in, and I would probably play Gundogan and bench Rafinha. But obviously Rafinha would come on if Gundogan wasn't playing. And then in Game Week 33, I would have to take a hit. And I've got 1.5 million spare here. So Son. Now, I know Son has good fixtures in 34 or 35, but a sacrifice has to be made if I want Fernandes. So Son to Fernandes, and I need 0.7 million to fund that. Now, I could keep Gundogan, and I could do Dallas to Holding, for example. But by the time Game Week 33 comes around, the chances are I'll be priced out of this. So I could basically do Gundogan down to any 5.3 million midfielder. So it could be Saka, who I'd probably be priced out of, Smith Rowe, Lookman, whoever it might be, right? Well, I'll worry about it at the time. And then for that week I play them, because it's a blank week in 33, and I just bench Kane. And that's if I want Fernandes. If I don't, or if I don't want to make 2 moves, I could just do Son to Rashford. But obviously Gundogan doesn't play in 33, so it kind of makes me more justified in doing that. So that is what I'm thinking about doing, right? So I'm not getting Jesse Lingard. I just saw that comment in the chat. For now, this is all I'm doing. Trent, Jota, Vardy in, and I'm leaving myself with an option to do Fernandes. Look, it might not work out like that. Look at my plans 2 weeks ago for Dawson and Tierney. Now I'm having to sell one for a hit. But it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. I'm quite happy with this. The biggest difference between my team and wildcard teams is going to be the goalkeeper. Wildcard teams will probably go for Fernandes over Vardy, but I'm kind of comfortable with taking that gamble. And their whole defence all their defensive players will probably be a bit better. But Rudiger and Trent, having to play them for the next 4 weeks, I'm perfectly okay with that. So it's only one other defender that's going to be different to most wildcard teams, and having to play Son or Bamford. Okay, I've got Gundogan, they might have Lingard or Neto, but if Gundogan plays versus... Like, if wildcarders could guarantee Gundogan plays versus Leeds, and then they could swap him out for free, I think most people would do that, right? So I'm feeling okay about it. At least I've talked myself into the fact that I'm okay with it, you know? After the Spurs game, would you go for Greenwood as a differential? It's possible, yeah. I'll reassess that. I still don't know how good of an option he is right now from FPL, but I could, like, for my team, I could go Gundogan to Greenwood and keep Son. So there's loads of options. You're too negative. Am I? I feel like I'm definitely not too negative. This has been the most unfun wildcard to use. There are so many close calls. Yep. But to be fair, there's not it's not that big an issue, right? You pick the main players and then you just build the rest from there. Don't go round in circles with it, is what I would say. Gus, I'm going to ask you again. Amity 3.9 million guaranteed starter for the next 3 weeks. No. As soon as Soyuncu's back, he's out, right? And that's if they keep playing back 5. They could play a back 4, then he's definitely out. I don't want to... okay, look. Soyuncu, this is from Fantasy Football Scout, remains unavailable for Leicester following his positive test. He's awaiting another test on Sunday and could be involved against Southampton in 32. There you go. It's a risk. If you have to play him the next 3 weeks, you could be in trouble. It could be genius. I'm not saying it's definitely really bad, but There you go. Final answer, Gus. Final answer. Neil, Laka, Salah or Mahrez for captain? I'd say Salah for me. Don't know if Mahrez is going to start. Don't know if Lacazette's going to start. You don't know if Salah's definitely going to start either, but if he does, seems the best to me. Why Trent and Iheanacho? Sorry for making it hard. Yeah, so who was the other option? Vardy and Phillips. I just think right now, if they both keep starting, okay, Vardy's got guaranteed minutes and penalties, but if Iheanacho is going to keep starting, his stats have been pretty good. We are looking at small sample sizes, and Trent is definitely better than Phillips. That's the only real reason, to be honest. After that, it's going to depend on your structure, your future transfers and stuff like that. Like if Phillips and Vardy make it easier to make future transfers, i.e. because you got more money to put into attack, then go for that. I'm not saying it's bad. And a lot of that is banking on... I mean, in both scenarios, you're banking on a player keep starting, either Iheanacho or Phillips. If anything, maybe Phillips has got more chance, but... Yeah, that's it. It's close, to be honest. You don't have to apologise for making it hard. That's only a joke, by the way. Stian, thank you. Big B. Wildcard. Fofana and De Bruyne, Shaw and Bruno, or Shaw and Sterling. I mean, Shaw and Sterling is a short-term move, because Sterling for this week, then you probably want to get rid. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe people have... The thing with Sterling to Bruno is, if Sterling doesn't play in the Champions League or the FA Cup, then he might be in line for a start against Villa. In which case, Sterling against Villa or Bruno Fernandes against Burnley, you could save a transfer. So I'm not saying it's definitely a 1 week only move. But I'm not sure De Bruyne is going to start. Obviously, I don't know. I'm going to say that for the next 2 hours. I don't know who's starting. Shaw and Bruno is probably your safest bet there. But Shaw and Sterling's an interesting differential, you know. Dallas to Trent or De Bruyne to Salah? Probably De Bruyne to Salah. But again, that's a hard one to call, you know, because what are you doing with all your other players, you know? But probably that one. Best replacement for Bruno, Gameweek 32. Why you want to get rid of Bruno to get in Vardy? Neto, Lingard, someone like that. Less than 8 million. Yeah, Neto, Lingard. Lucas Moore, if you want to take a punt on the double. Wildcard, Trent and Son or Sterling, captain, and Reguilon. If I go Sterling, then Son becomes... Then he becomes Son in 32, Trent in 33. Yeah, if you look, you have to decide what kind of manager you are. If you want to take a punt on Sterling, then go for it. I don't see anything wrong with that. You get Son anyway. You got an extra doubler in Reguilon next week, and you get Trent in 33 anyway, where the fixtures are arguably better from a defensive point of view. So Sterling and Reguilon seems a bit more interesting to me. Neto and Button, or Rafinha and Forster. Can you not afford Neto? No, you can't afford. I feel like you kind of have to go Forster. Oh, you're really 0.1 off. Is there no way you can shave some more money off that? I mean, I definitely prefer to go to Forster because he's playing at the moment and Button isn't. But Neto for the next 4 is definitely better than Rafinha. I guess if you're just going to play Mendy the whole way anyway, just go for Neto. But I would try and get the extra money to do the other move, to be honest. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Chat is moving fast. Don't forget to hit that like button, by the way. If you haven't already. Tom, how's it going? De Bruyne owner, believe he's benched and want to chase him upside. Aubameyang or Sterling for a 1 week punt captain. We'll move. The thing with Aubameyang is I'm fairly confident he's going to start. I mean, with Sterling, I probably am too. Leeds and Sheffield United, they're both Aubameyang on penalties. Could he play through the middle? I feel like I'll probably go Sterling. I feel even if Man City change half their team, or even more than half, they're still going to create so much against Leeds, I think. Could be end-to-end, Sterling's pace. I'd probably go Sterling, but I actually think Aubameyang's probably not getting... I think Aubameyang's not getting enough love, considering Lacazette is. I guess the price difference is quite big. Lost 37th draft. Is that all you've done? 37. Mendy, Holding, Azpilicueta, Trent, Lingard, Mo, Jota, Gundogan, Iheanacho, Wood, Kane, Forster, Cody, Son, Mitchell. You're planning Wood to Vardy next week. If you're doing Wood to Vardy, would you not just go for Vardy now? I know that Burnley played Newcastle, but it saves you a transfer. Just my opinion. Otherwise, I think it looks good. Obviously, Gundogan. Look, you know the risks could be rotated at any point now. Who'd start tomorrow, Edison or Martinez? Wait. definitely Edison, right? Surely more chance of a clean sheet. I guess Martinez maybe got more chance of saves. I'd probably go for Edison though. Best defense in the league. Start Reguilon or Cody. See, Bolly's not back, so whether or not I don't know if they're going to go back to a back five with Kilman or they're just going to stick to the back four. Reguilon's got Man United, but those matches have been so like tediously 0-0. I don't know if they're going to play a back five. If Wolves don't play a back five, I do worry a little bit about them. I'll probably go. Maybe Reguilon. I'm going to say Reguilon. That's so tight though. Go and check the Fantasy Football Scout team news page, and if Neil has predicted a back five for Wolves, I'd maybe just play Cody. Ishbal, thank you very much. Although you retracted the message, Trent and Mount or Sofau and Son. I think you definitely want Son for the double, so that would clinch it for me. And here we go, Adam. Question I've not heard all week. Antonio to Callum Wilson as a differential. I got to be honest with you, I don't even know what Newcastle's fixtures are like, although I know they're playing Burnley this week. Look, we're all getting Vidra to target Newcastle. We should be getting Callum Wilson to target Burnley. Then West Ham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leicester, Man City. Yeah, Newcastle's fixtures are awful. I don't particularly like that. There's no guarantee he even starts. Areola or Leno. On wildcard, I'd probably go Leno. To start this week, Fulham versus Wolves, Arsenal got Sheffield. I'll probably go Leno still. Gundogan, Torres, and Mahrez as a punt. I think Torres is the most likely to start out of them. That's what I'll say, and I think that's important, obviously, when you're picking a player. Best 1 week punt this week in midfield. I'd probably go Aubameyang. I mean, for 11.4, so you can't get Salah, De Bruyne. Yeah, I'd probably go Aubameyang. Which Arsenal players, 1 or 2, should I target for 33 plus? Leno, Saka, I would say, for good value. Maybe Smith-Rowe if he keeps starting. Like those cheap. I don't think Lacazette and Aubameyang are worth the money long term, to be honest. Joe Sterling is good luck. Saif, have Kane, Vardy, Son in for 32, then Bruno in for 33, then Bruno out in 34. Thoughts on booking transfers? Yeah, it's a lot to do. You've got Salah, Iheanacho, Lingard. I mean, if you can fit Son in for someone else that's not Sterling, then I would just do it. But if you really want to captain Sterling, then fair enough. The thing with a wild card, unless you get unlucky with injuries, you've already set the wild card to help you for all these weeks. So a few transfers is not the end of the world. But you've booked in 3, 4 even. No, 3. Son in, then Bruno in, and then Bruno out. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't mind it if you want to take the punt on Sterling, right? You know the risk of booking in transfers. The worst thing that happens is you might have to take a hit. It's not the end of the world to make a punt like Sterling. Who do I bring in at the back? Got 5.6 to spend. I think Rudiger. Well, who else have you got? Like Rudiger, 4.7 is good. Phillips is good at 4 million. Cody, 4.8 million. Fofana, 5 million at Leicester. It depends who you've got and who you're targeting longer term. Kartik, how's it going? Keep on the content out. Stones, Veltman, Watkins, Bamford, confused which 2 to play. I'd always play the attackers, to be honest. Thoughts on Aubameyang? Yeah, I kind of just gave those thoughts a little bit. I don't mind it, to be honest. I think Aubameyang will probably start, and Sheffield United is a great team to target. I think if you're going for a punt, why not? I mean, is Sterling really that much better than a punt on Aubameyang? I mean, neither of them have really shown much recently. So if you're going to just punt on it because of the fixture, why not? 2 players from Holden, Shaw, Phillips and Sofau. To start this week or to have in your wild card? I mean, to start, I would probably go Holding and Phillips, probably, to be completely honest with you. That would be it. Oh, I've got a system update on my phone. How many people are watching? The chat is going wild. 4,000. Hang on. And I've got 90 seconds on for the thing. Thoughts on triple Chelsea defence in wildcard here? I don't particularly like it. I think you're just going to need to get out of it in 4 game weeks, and it's going to be a pain. And there's so much to... Here's another thing about that booking in transfers question. You got a blank in 33. You've potentially got doubles in 35 and blanks in 36. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you exactly who's going to be blanking and doubling because we don't really know yet. But that's a lot of stuff to be thinking about while also booking in like 3 or 4 transfers and getting triple defence who for 4 weeks are good and then for 4 weeks the fixtures turn, albeit it is Chelsea so the defence is good. I wouldn't go 3 Chelsea. And I said that before the West Brom game, by the way. So it's not just a complete knee-jerk because of that. -4 for Iheanacho, or wait till next week. It depends who you're taking out. Like if you've been screwed by injuries, then it might be worth it, but it depends, right? West Brom's Pereira, that is another player that's 5.3 or below. Maybe I have him for Game Week 33. Who knows? But I'm quite excited now. I'm quite excited this week about about my team. Now I've figured out that I can do the Fernandes move if I want to do it. Maybe I'll just go for it. The last time I bet against Fernandes, I went for a different Man United player. It was West Brom when we won 1-0, and Fernandes did what he always does, and he got 10 points. I've just realised I haven't changed the. I haven't changed what's it called? I'm gonna have to sort that out again in a minute. I haven't changed the banner at the top. Not that anyone cares, but I'm going to do it anyway. Game week rank last week was 2,277,488. Poor. 2,000. Oh yeah, because I only got 1 point from Antonio and Dawson. Absolutely awful. Overall rank also awful. 1,893. I'm just awful. Just turn off. Just watch someone else. Don't know what I'm talking about. My ranks going down. I'm taking a hit and not getting Bruno and going Vardy instead. Yeah, just don't even bother. Captain Werner, I just wouldn't go there. I much prefer Salah to Werner, to be honest with you. We can't keep talking about Werner when he's playing like this. Harrison, thanks. Sent ___, thank you. Do you trust Leicester or Wolves defence? I think both are probably on a par. I guess in general, yes. With Wolves, I really want to see them play a back five, though. If they continue with a back four, I wouldn't trust them. With Leicester, yeah, I think the fixtures are wet. Like, the fixtures are just so good for Leicester. Like, they're not like a Chelsea or a Man City defence, but with the fixtures they got coming up, they don't need to be honest. Although I remember saying that about Pereira a few weeks ago. Was that around another wildcard time? And they just didn't keep any clean sheets. Mount Saka or keep Gundogan on wildcard. Gundogan's such a... On wildcard, though, I feel like Gundogan's not that bad to hold because you've got loads of other players that could come in for him. It depends on what you're doing in Game Week 33. If he's going to cause you a problem in 33, you either need a plan to get rid of him or you just go different now. In which case, I'd possibly risk Saka as a long-term hold on wildcard. What we really need from Arsenal players for FPL is for them to get knocked out of Europe because they got some cheap players that could play regular minutes if they get knocked out. Captain Gundogan, Neto, or Jota? I mean, if they all start, I would go Jota, Gundogan, Neto in that order. I'd probably do that anyway, to be honest. And people say you're negative. Is that after I just said I'm feeling pretty confident? I'm generally not negative about my FPL teams, that's for sure. Now, what's the point? Like, if you're going in, it's going to be rubbish. Like, you see that all the time. Like, I hate all the stuff on Twitter when it's like, I mean, I guess this is quite negative what I'm about to say. It's sort of like, well, I transferred him in, therefore he's going to do rubbish. It's like, there's like 8 million people playing. He's been transferred out by 500,000 people, yet you're the reason that he's going to do bad. I'm not like that. I'm transferring in Trent, Jota, and Vardy, and if they start, they're going to absolutely smash it. At least I hope so. Ian Atcho for Watkins or Bamford worth a -4. I probably wouldn't. I don't think I'd take a -4. I don't know what to think about West Ham. I guess they have lost Rice, haven't they? And they have conceded 5 and 2. They're not great, but for a -4, Watkins without Grealish, I'd probably just play Bamford. Prabhav, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you are too. Should I start Rafinha against City or play Watkins against Liverpool? Have to play one. I think I'd start Rafinha. I think he's looked so good. Just again, Watkins without Grealish. Like, sometimes you take a player out of a team and they make a little bit of difference, but not a massive amount. I feel Grealish just makes a huge difference to Villa attack. Carlos says going Dallas, Rafinha out, Azpilicueta and Neto in worth a -4. Again, in isolation, because they're playing City, I could see the two you're bringing in beating them by more than 4. But it depends who else you could play instead of them, right? You've always got to think about that. Greg Mount, Lucas De Bruyne out, Salah, Jota, Jay Ling's in for -4. Obviously, Lucas, if that's Lucas Moura, which I guess it is, he does have a double in 32, worth considering. Can you just do 2 of the other moves? Like Salah and Jota in, maybe? For Mount and De Bruyne? It's up to you. Fan team done and Stones out for Trent or Phillips. Again, like, Trent is the obvious. Like, if you're asking me Trent or Phillips, it's always going to be Trent, isn't it? But what can you do with that 3 million in your team? You got to think about that. Fan team is done. I've actually wildcarded in fan team, which I did. Excuse me, I've been talking a lot today. My voice is gone. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me get an image up on my wildcard, right? What I want you to do... I've gone triple Chelsea. I might actually go... I'm going to get Leno in. How much is Leno in fan team? I mean, I've said it in my FPL team. Let me... Oh, it actually costs less money. Okay, let me show you the team. How much is Rudiger, actually, instead of... Rudiger's 4.7. I'm going to show you my fan team, and for all you fan team experts out there that are playing... I've got Jay Lings as well, by the way. Let me know who I should change. By the way, I should say, I have gone for Sterling captain in fan team as a punt before I get in Bruno Fernandes. I'll answer the rest of the questions in a sec. Let me just let me put my team up, and for all of you playing fan team, let me know what you think of this, because there's quite a few like bargains in fan team. Like Alonso's only 4.9, I think. So this is the team I've gone for. I think I've got 300,000 left over. So I'll just leave that out for a sec while I continue to answer the FPL stuff. Who the captain bring in? Maddison or Mahrez? I'm not sure either of them start. I'd probably rather go for Mahrez. He's got way more potential in my opinion. Andy in the top 1,000. Lingard enters the chat. Yeah, Lingard's killed me, hasn't he? Maddison or Mount for this week only. Again, I don't know if Maddison's going to start Fremo. Rodgers wasn't really that confident about it, so I'd probably just go for Mount. I think Mount probably will start. But that's my wildcard team. It's different in fan team. So Jota is a forward, hence not having Vardy, which is why I'm probably going to go Sterling to Bruno next week. I might keep Sterling for 2 weeks though, like I just said. Double Chelsea defence, Trent in. Trent's only like 5.8 million in this. Ridiculous. Pereira as well in defence is only 4.6 million. I'm going to get rid of this picture though because people will get really confused. Yeah, this isn't an app, by the way. That's fan team. It's a different game. It's not FPL. But yeah, I was just showing. I've done my wild card. It's in fact. Fancy. Let me tweet a picture. Could do with some help with this. I haven't like studied all the different prices too much. I think that's a pretty good team though. I'm pretty happy with it. Lloris and Sanchez, good goalkeeper rotation. Yeah, and Sanchez plays in game week 33, doesn't he, against Sheffield United? So it's a perfect time to have to not play Lloris if you can afford it. It's quite a lot of money to be rotating. So yeah, it's up to you really. Bench Neto or Iheanacho? Probably Neto. So I think Iheanacho will start. I think looking a little bit better, like stats wise at the moment. Please, I'm definitely going to do my changes late. I'm gonna just in case something comes up. The thing is, what's the point in me doing the transfers now instead of like 6.25 or whatever, or 6.29? There is literally zero advantage with me making my transfers now. Yeah, simple as that, really. I might as well wait just in case like someone tweets, oh, by the way, Kevin De Bruyne is starting, because then that would be, if Kevin De Bruyne was starting, I would have mad panic because I wouldn't have a clue what to do. I would probably panic. I don't know what I would do. I'm hoping I don't see any news actually. Start Holding or Cody, then Lingard or Kane Son. I would probably start. I'd give up with Lingard. If you want to play Lingard against a header Son, go for it. Start holding. It's got to be holding, I think, against Sheffield United. Surprised Bruno and Son sold heavily today. Thoughts? Yeah, I don't really get it with Son having a double. Maybe people are just going for different punts over Bruno, but yeah, it's an interesting one if he is being sold heavily. 2 from Shaw, Holding, Sofal, Phillips. I mean, Phillips is great value, and so is Holding. Sofal would probably be my least favourite out of them, I think, just because of the value. And Shaw, obviously. The only thing with Shaw is he might not play this week, but I doubt you need him against Spurs. Keeping City players bench strong. Good luck, David. Bench Neto, Watkins, or Bamford. Probably Watkins out of those. I remember getting asked lots of questions about Lingard last week and saying, "Oh, bench Lingard," and then he absolutely smashed it. So maybe don't listen to me. Your internet could go down if you only leave it a minute and then bang on. Best to give yourself 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, yes, there is a scenario where my internet goes down and I can't make my changes. Fair point. But in terms of like just doing it for the stream or getting as much info as I can, I might as well wait for the info, right? There's no massive reason for me just to do it. Lingard worth keeping or go to Neto with similar, if not better, stats except for goals. Andrew King's words, not mine. Not mine. If it's just a free transfer, then I'd probably just keep Lingard because he plays Newcastle next week. But on a wild card, yes, I would go Neto over Lingard. Marco, thank you very much. Retracted your message though. Corey, how many hits would you take this week? I mean, that's just a question you just can't answer. And who are the players taken out? Who are you taking in? I'm going to do a -8 if the players were right, but most of the time people don't need that. So -4 is where I'm at right now. Mav, thank you very much. You didn't put a message though. Start Vidra and Nacho. I mean, I guess if you're going to really consider starting Vidra, then why not against Newcastle? Why not? Fofana or Shaw on wildcard. Yeah, Man United's... I know Man United's defence is just pretty good. But Leicester's okay, but they've got better fixtures. Shaw's way more attacking. I think it depends how often you have to play. If you can bench Shaw in his tougher fixtures, although that is sometimes when Man United do better, I think Shaw in general is a better pick, but obviously Leicester have great fixtures. Barrack Autocraft Limited, how's it going? Start Veltman or Dawson? I'd probably start Veltman. To be honest, I don't expect really clean sheets from either, but I'd probably start Veltman. Thoughts on Chambers? Will start till Tierney's back. He's not really got anything to do with Tierney, right? He's playing on the right, not the left. They could play Cedric on the left. They could play Saka there, but I doubt it. Chambers has been playing on the right. Yeah. And he's been pretty good as well, by the way. At least he was against, who was it? West Ham. At least in the second half, anyway. Not necessarily the first half. Really attack him. Do. Excessive emojis or writing your questions in caps usually does not work. It absolutely doesn't work. Yeah, I just ignore them. It gets my intention, but it gets it to just think, well, I'll just ignore that. Because I just can't get past all the emojis, you know? Anime Moroccan FPL manager. That sounds niche to me. Leno or Mandy. I think if I had 1 or 2 Chelsea defenders, I think at this point I'd probably go Leno rather than getting Mendy in there as well. 1 week punt, Aguero captain, then get Kane in next week. If you're having to sell Kane to do that, though, are you losing money on that? Because I'm not sure about that. Will Aguero definitely start? It could be Jesus up front with Sterling and Torres either side. It could be Aguero and Jesus. I'm not sure Aguero will start, but I don't... Has he got the legs to play against Leeds? Maybe he has. Start Shaw, Rafinha or Watkins. Probably Rafinha, Watkins, Shaw in that order. Mahrez or Gundogan for a Gameweek 31 punt. Yeah, I just don't think Mahrez starts. But then he is a player that Pep said over and over again does have the legs to do it. I mean, Mahrez is like if they were both to start, Mahrez is the one I would go for. But I don't know who's going to start. Could be Torres and Sterling. Could be Sterling and Mahrez. I feel like Gundogan's got a slightly better chance of starting, so you could go there. But good luck trying to figure out who's going to start out of those two. Thoughts on my wildcard? Edison, Sanchez, Holding, so far really good. Trent, Azpilicueta. Yeah, I mean it's going to be hard to fault wildcards because there is a base template plus a few changes. To be completely honest, I'm not going to sit here and tell someone their wild card's awful, because all I would be doing is changing it to what I would prefer, and that's not really what I want to do. Like, Edison's quite a lot of money, but as far as Man City players go, he's about as nailed on as it gets. So, yeah, I like it. Victor, how's it going? Good luck on a big green arrow. Good luck to you too. Have a nice weekend. Bench Mount or Neto, and second Reguilon or Shaw. Yeah, I would probably... I mean, Reguilon's at home. Is that going to make a difference? I just think Shaw's more attacking, but Shaw might not even start, by the way. Bench Mount or Neto. So Neto against against Fulham. Mount versus Palace. The thing with Neto is, you know, he's definitely going to start. I'm going to assume Mason Mount will as well. But obviously they have just played in Europe. I'd probably go Mount just about. Sorry, I'm losing track here. Pick 2 for wildcard. Lingard, Neto or Saka. I do think, because of the fixtures, Neto and Saka are the best, but Lingard's looking so good right now. I'd probably go Neto. Maybe Neto and Lingard. Start one and bench one this week. I mean, I would just play whoever is not Lingard this week. He's playing Leicester. It's not that easy. Neto I'll probably go for. There's no Rice, no Antonio, though. I'd definitely go Neto. I mean, I personally, if I thought... The only thing that worries me about Saka is the Europa League. Like, if he gets rested to play in that, and then if they go through, he might become a problem. If Arsenal get knocked out, I like Saka. So I'd probably go Neto and Lingard just to be sure. Is De Bruyne captain and Jota vice-captain too much of a risk? The fact that you're asking, you know it is, because neither might start. The thing with Jota, he always gets minutes, and I do think he will start because he got a rest in the last league game. But yeah, there is a bit of risk with that, but... You should at least get minutes from one of them. 2 to play from Son, Rudiger, Holding. I mean, everyone keeps asking about Holding. He's playing Sheffield United. Oh, then again, you've got Son and Rudiger. Yeah, fair enough. I'd probably play Son and Rudiger. Sacrifice third striker to accommodate Trent. Also have exact money left for Sterling's Bruno in Gameweek 32. Nice. Just hope that prices don't change. Emil, thank you very much. Shaw and Neto or Castagna and Lingard? Shaw and Neto. Thoughts on Lacazette and Arsenal in general? I don't mind Arsenal because of their fixtures, but I don't know if Lacazette will start this week. Is Maddison out? He's back, but whether or not he'll start, I'm not convinced, to be honest. Do I go Antonio to Iheanacho, Cancelo to Trent, and Tielemans to Neto, or Antonio to Vardy, Cancelo to Trent, and Bruno to midfielder worth 7 million? I mean, who do you want, Vardy or Iheanacho? Like, do you want to get rid of Bruno? Getting rid of Bruno for -4 before Burnley and Leeds doesn't sound great if you've trusted him all this time. So the first one's possibly better, but only you can answer whether you should get rid of Bruno or not. Like, I haven't had him for a while, so it's a bit easier to stomach every week. But if you've got him, like, why have you kept him this long and now want to take a -4? You know. Best 1 week punt Son next week. Can't afford Sterling. What can you afford? Like, what can you can't afford Sterling? What's that? Do you have 11.2 million? 11.1? A lot of I see why people are taking the punt. I would probably just start with Son and just keep him personally. But that's just me. Like, you could go to different Man City midfielder, but who the hell is going to start? You just don't know. Like Mount against Palace, maybe. Neto against Fulham. I mean, they're punts, but most people are going to have them on wildcard anyway, right? If that's what you're doing. Like, if I look at the fixtures, these two are obviously the ones that stand out. So Jota, if you've not got him, this is also a pretty good fixture. After that, there ain't too many punts out there. Pereira for West Brom, think he can do a repeat. I do think that's one of, like, I've seen people suggest doing Sterling and then just downgrading to Son, but I don't like that because it's 2 million. Then you've got to redistribute. I just don't like it. I've got to tweet Mark. Is Mark watching? He probably isn't. Sorry, I got distracted then. Jota or Lingard? Jota for me. On wildcard, DS and Sterling for a week to Trent and Son, or go straight. I would just go straight to Trent and Son. You don't want to be booking in hits, in my opinion. William Jose, due a goal and good fixtures. Why is he due a goal, though? Just because he hasn't scored? I mean, I would look at it and say he hasn't scored because it's just not working for him. I'm not saying he's bad. Let me have a quick look at the stats for him a sec, because it'd be interesting to see. I've not really looked at him at all. William Jose. So his XG per 90 is 0.17 and his expected assists are 0.04. That's 0.21 overall. Way down on previous stats. I mean, the fixtures are there, sure, but I mean, he's not due anything, really. Richard, thank you. Emil, thank you. It's a 2-week punt on Callum Wilson. Mad. Trained all week, so should start. I got to be honest, I do think it's a little bit mad. I mean, Burnley away, West Ham at home, it's okay. Newcastle have been quite attacking. They were against Spurs, so it could be okay. But he's just back from injury. What minutes will he get? Will he definitely start? It does sound a bit mad to me, to be completely honest with you. Aubameyang captain, go for it. Thoughts on Trent, Iheanacho and Jota in for Cancelo, Calvert-Lewin and... For Cancelo, Calvert-Lewin and Cancelo for a -8 or a -4/2. I mean, I don't know if it's worth a -8. I also don't know who the second player is because you said Cancelo twice. Do I think Cancelo will play? I think he probably will, but there's no guarantees as ever. Richard, thank you again. Adrian, poor captaincy this week. Ings or Bruno? Ings is against, who is it? It's away. West Brom. I kind of want to say Ings just because of Bruno versus Spurs, but the safer play probably is Bruno. Like, he's just more likely to get a return from somewhere, like any kind of return. But West Brom, like Southampton, I quite like the Ings shout, to be honest, over Bruno. Rank City mid star chance if bringing any which Bernardo Silva and Sterling. Sterling's probably the one to bring in, right? I think we all can agree on that. I'm not going to rank all of them. Sterling's the one I'm probably most certain of that's also worth a punt in FPL. After that, it's just all a bit meh. What do you think of Greenwood on a wildcard instead of Jay Lings? I don't hate it. I'm still not sure. I mean, Greenwood's going to probably get minutes because Martial's out, right? So there's just more space for him to play in that front three. And obviously he's fit, whereas... Rashford's having problems. I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the worst shout. Business Cat in the Patreon Slack made a point about him earlier and kind of got me thinking about him. For the price, probably okay. And Burnley. No wait, Burnley and Leeds, good fixtures for Man United. Like in the reverse fixture for Leeds, I think was it Rashford did really well. I think it was Martial actually. Actually, Rashford Rashford blanked, didn't he? It was 6 goals, something like that. But Greenwood instead of Jay Lings, I don't hate it. I'm just going to say it. I don't hate that at all. But then I'm not the... yeah. You don't want to ask me about Jesse Lingard, to be honest. Rudiger and Wood or Aspilicueta and Vidra, Reguilon necessary. Reguilon's not necessarily necessary. I mean, how often are you going to have to play Vidra? That's always a big question. If you're having to play him every week, then I prefer the Rudiger and Wood one, because Wood's definitely nailed, like, for the rest of the season when he's not fit. When he is fit and he's got penalties. If you don't have to play Vidra all the time, then Aspilicueta is a little bit more nailed than Rudiger is, right? So it depends. Why Tierney? I'm getting rid of Tierney. I'm getting rid of him. Maybe I'll put my transfers back in. So it's probably going to be Tierney to Trent, De Bruyne to Jota. De Bruyne to Jota could massively backfire. Who plays first? Oh, City play before Liverpool as well. By the way, the watch along this week will probably be Liverpool because I'm going to have Trent, Jota, Salah captain. So that probably will be the watch along this week. And I'm going to get Jamie Vardy in. When do Leicester play? I've not even looked. I don't look at this stuff before. It affects people's decisions. 2:00 on Sunday. Definitely be watching that as well. Oh, Jamie Vardy. Trent, Lingard or Philip Son. Again, I think Son having a double swings it for me. 1 week punt on De Bruyne or Sterling captain. I would go Sterling. He's more likely to start, I think. On wildcard, Bamford, Holden or Vidra Fofana for my bench. Probably Vidra Fofana, to be honest. It kind of makes your structure a bit better as well because you've got a cheaper player. So you can put more money into your first 11. Rafinha will dominate Mendy against City. Possibly. Will he get the ball, though? They did all right in the reverse fixture, to be completely fair. Inside out. Oh, Mark's wildcarding. I knew he'd have to wildcard. I knew he'd wildcard. I knew he would. Sorry, where did I get to? Thoughts on Martinelli captain? Martinelli? Where's that name sprung from? I mean, there is a good chance he starts, right? There's going to be quite a few changes. I mean, the problem with him is how many minutes would, even if he starts, how many minutes would he get? I don't like it. Simple answer. I just do not like it at all. do. I'm just replying to some people who replied to my fan team tweet. What will be my 11? Let me pick this. Oh, I'll play Bamford over Rafinha probably, but Gundogan might miss out, so I'll probably get Rafinha anyway. Having 2 Leeds players against Man City, that could hurt me this week. Luka Dean over Diaz on wildcard. Luka Dean has a future double. Diaz could get an odd rest. Yeah, I mean, I agree on the Diaz stuff. He could get rested at some point. Even he could. But I don't know. Luka Dean does have a double, but their defence is just not very good at all. And I know he likes to attack, but is it enough? Brighton, Spurs, Arsenal, Villa, West Ham. Like, where are the clean sheets coming for Everton? I think he's too much money, personally. Juan, how's it going? I'm on a wildcard. Jorginho Veltman versus Smith Rowe Konza. And what do you think about Jorginho? He's cheap, seems nailed, and has pens. Has he started, like... Is he the main penalty taker now? It's not Werner anymore. It's him and then Mount, isn't it? The thing is, he is... Yeah, he is fairly nailed, isn't he? But you're not going to have to play him every week anyway, right? Jorginho Veltman over Smith Rowe Konza. Konza will have an extra fixture at some point, worth keeping in mind. If you're not going to play Jorginho all that often, you could just get Smith Rowe and save the money for a rainy day, to be honest. Damon, how's it going? Wildcard transfers done. Salah in team for the first time since Gameweek 18. Nice. No Bruno since 26. Interesting one. Sterling captain and Alonso vice. Nice. Are you not tempted by Mount too? I'm not really. I'm not interested in him. There's other stuff I want to do, like Jota, for example. Do what you want to do. Holding then Trent next week or Phillips and Cody next week. I mean, if you can get Trent in and it means you have to have Holding, that's not a bad thing at all. Paul, captain, have Kane, Trent, Son, Lacazette, Bruno. I mean, Lacazette if he starts, but I'm not sure he will. You could go punty and go Trent. If you're going to go for an attacker, though, I think Kane out of those, to be honest. Fozzie, how's it going? Juza. Phillips and Watkins, 1.2 in the bank, or Trent and Vidra, nothing in the bank. Again, same thing all the time with Vidra. If you're not having to play him, then I don't mind it. You can't see my starting team, so I've not made my transfers yet. Mason Mount is such a good player. You're not even considering Aguero Jesus punts since you have the funds for Vardy. I mean, who's going to start? That's all. Every time someone says to me, "Are you thinking about Jesus or Aguero punts?" I would say, "Who's going to start?" And then if they start this week, are they going to start next week? My team's not good enough to take punts like that. We're not talking about a wild card here. I'm making a hit, and my team's still not that great, to be honest. Am I the only one that's not too fussed about Chelsea's fixtures? I mean, Chelsea. You got to remember, Chelsea had one of the best defenses in the league. Like Palace, clean sheet. Brighton could be a clean sheet. Fulham, clean sheet. West Ham, let's see who's fit by them. These ones aren't great, I'll give you that. That's why I'm saying don't triple up. How many more weeks does Lingard have to haul before you get him in? But the thing is, I'm not interested in how many points he scored. I'm interested in whether he can keep it up, and I'm not sure he can. That being said, I could get him in next week. We'll see. You're still hovering over the button. Mark's used his. I knew he would. I'll tell you now, I don't know if Mark, if you're watching, make yourself known. I'll tell you now, Mark has been stewing over this all day. I know what he's like. He'll have been consuming every bit of content he can, and he'll have been thinking about his wildcard all week to the point where he just cannot resist anymore. And now it's him. Thomas Lav, thanks for all the great content on wildcard. What do you think of Saka versus Neto? Yeah, my only worry about Saka is just Europa League. Will he get rested for it? And then what if they go through? What happens then? Is Cresswell any good without Rice? I think in general, West Ham are probably a weaker defence. Cresswell's been great this season, but I think there's probably other defenders I'd rather spend the money on right now. So I'd probably go Neto over Saka. Wallowitz on wildcard 1. Rudiger or Cody? Rudiger. Buy Gundogan and then sell him. I'd just keep Son, to be honest. I would just keep Son. Thoughts on Gabriel Jesus? If he starts, I like him. If he doesn't, I don't. I just don't know if he's going to start. That's my worry with him. Keep Calvert-Lewin. Is Callum Robinson a must-have? No. Keeping Calvert. There's not too many forward options, to be honest with you, right now. And Everton's fixtures, like from an attacking point of view, are Brighton, Spurs, Arsenal. I mean, they're not great. But if you've not got the transfer for him, you could just keep him. It's not the end of the world. Is it worth a -8 for Lingard? Is that serious? It's not a serious question, is it? No. Jing Yang Lim, thank you. Would you play Fabio Silva and bench Lingard and Nacho? Probably not. I don't know if I really trust Fabio Silva all that much, to be honest. He could start, though. I mean, he's probably got the best fixture out of those. I probably wouldn't bench either of those two for him. Mav, how's it going? Should I go De Bruyne to Jota or Salah? Salah for me. I think Salah's, in general, Salah's probably more likely to start than Jota, so that's where I would go. Already have Bruno, Son, Jay Lings, Kane. Yeah, I'd probably go Salah. Neto or Maddison, Game Week 32. I mean, if Maddison, the thing is, I want to see Maddison start first. If Maddison doesn't start this week, I'd just get Neto. To be honest, it saves you a bit of money as well. Just not feeling the Nacho pick. Who's Nacho? Kalichi Nacho. Is that who you're talking about? Messi Lingard's going to ruin me again. Maybe he will, but whatever. Whatever. Which wildcard do you prefer among your Bruno and Vardy draft? Probably the Vardy one because it's closest to my team. I'm still not quite sure about the defenders though. I could maybe probably give that a bit more thought. Why is everyone leaning towards Trent over Rob? I just think if you look at the eye test recently, Trent has just been getting Trent looks back to kind of almost his best. Nothing wrong with Robertson, but right now I prefer Trent. I think it's looked like that for a while as well. Benjianacho or Vidra. Why are we at a point where we're playing Vidra? And I'm not even saying it's a bad thing because I would definitely be considering it too. But how have we got into this position? How? We're playing Vidra from Burnley. That being said, I think it is a better fixture than Leicester vs West Ham. But Leicester have been good and Iheanacho has been good too. I don't know. Maybe Vidra because of the fixture, but I wouldn't want to bench Iheanacho, you know. Paragraph J Ling, Dallas, Bamford, Watkins to Trent, Jota, Iheanacho, Davis. If that's a -8 or a -12, that sounds like a lot. I feel like you could just trim that down a bit. Like, are you having to play Dallas this week? If not, you could just bench him, right? I've drank so much water today. Jingyan Lim, lucky you. I got there. Or I saw your message. By the way, you can write a message for that much money. That's why it has to be at least 2 or more. Watkins to Vardy, De Bruyne to Jota, Stones to Trent, worth a -8. Again, I'm not sure about -8s here, but you are potentially taking out 2 players that won't play, and the other one plays Liverpool. So long term, it's not necessarily a bad bet. Trent got an assist to Asensio midweek. Yeah, fair play. Trent for Stones for another -4 after Bale to Jota. Again, have you got other defenders you can play? Like Trent's not this like must-own player this week. Don't like try and rip your teams apart to get him in. Rudiger versus Christensen. Rudiger's more likely to start for me. Trent versus Phillips. Again, like it's Trent obviously, but if you can do something with the money, go for Phillips. If you use the wildcard this week, which goalkeeper? Probably Leno. I did a whole video on wildcard drafts this morning if you want to check that out. M-Switch Crystal, thank you. Neil, is Kabak worth it as a cheap Liverpool asset? Look, he is definitely probably more nailed than Phillips, if you could say that. But you probably just, if you're going for Kabak, you probably just go for Phillips and just save the money. It just seems like a much better option. How many points does Lingard have to score before you consider? Oh my god, you get so people just get so caught up in me not going for a single player. Although it is nice to hear about Lingard and not have to hear about Bruno Fernandes every week. Okay, here's the question. Should I prioritise Jesse Lingard in this week when he has Leicester and then Chelsea in game week 33, right, over Trent, Jota or Vardy? Answer me that. Should I be getting Lingard in instead of any of those players? Like, he's got Leicester and Chelsea in the next 3. He doesn't have Rice. He doesn't have Antonio. He can't keep scoring as many points as he has. He just isn't going to. He actually went through this phase once for Man United in December. He got like 6 or 7 attacking returns and they got nothing for the rest of the season. So there you go. Has Mark using the wildcard rattled me? Why would it rattle me? I don't even get why would it rattle me? I don't get that. Bench one and Neto, Son or Vidra. Bench one. Again, like you could make a case for benching Son, but I don't particularly like it. Vidra is probably the one I would do. As was meant in the fact that he was wildcarding Vidra in the Inaction into his team and how ridiculous that would have sounded in game week 1. Yeah, but things change, right? Things change. I have Kane, Bamford and Calvert-Lewin. Thinking to get Iheanacho. Who should I get rid of for the long run? Well, not Kane. Probably Bamford, to be honest. No, stick to my plan. I did say that last week, right? And I got it like... yeah, I got it wrong. You know what? You get it wrong every now and again. I'm going to pray for your comment section after Lingard eventually returns. The thing is, people don't listen. Like I said last week, I said he won't keep up what he's doing. I still think that, right? He's not going to keep up the amount of attacking returns. Even the hardened Jesse Lingard fan must realise, what's he got now? Let's have a look. Let me see here. So he started playing. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals and 4 assists in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got more than 1 return a game. Do you really think he's going to do that for the rest of the season? Honestly, surely not. So all I'm saying is he's not going to keep that up. I'm not saying he's a bad option. In fact, I literally said last week, for the price, I think it's quite a good option. But it's different as well now. Rice is gone. Lingard, Antonio's out. Just not bothered by him. It is what it is. Hopefully Jota starts. Hopefully he smashes him. Maybe he won't. Rui Patricia or Mendy. Probably Mendy. Thanks for the advice. Vidra, Son or Vardy, Smith Rowe on wildcard. If you're not going to have to play... Well, Son's got a double. I'd want Son. Yeah, I'd want Son. If someone asks me about Son, it's always Son. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Double game week overall. Do I see myself going with that Bruno for the rest of the season? Maybe. I might get him in game week 33, though. We'll see. Agree on Lingard, Mount, Neto, Jota, all better. Not my words. Not my words. Thank you, Damien. This is Lingard version 2. We'll see. Opinions on Reece James. Mark made a really good point on bench black box. I don't know what point you made. I haven't seen it. I think... Like, as talked about him on the video we did on Scout, I like the fact that he's starting, but the problem is he comes on. When he doesn't start, he comes on, and then you get 1-pointers. I probably wouldn't go there. Iheanacho and Bruno or Vardy and Maddison. Iheanacho and Bruno or Vardy and Maddison. Iheanacho and Bruno probably. I don't even know if Maddison's going to start. Does Kabak start for Liverpool? He does. Best bench order: Veltman, Watkins, Bamford. I'd play attacker. I'd do it reverse what you've got there. Trent and Jay Lings or Bruno and Phillips. Is in like Bamford, Watkins, Veltman. Trent and Jay Lings or Bruno and Phillips. I mean Bruno and Phillips. Bruno and Phillips by a long way, I would say, for that particular one. Do you think Azpilicueta is worth his price? I feel like he's going to need some rest soon. I don't know if he's going to need. I don't know if he needs a rest, but I mean, for Rudiger, you hopefully get almost as many starts for like $1 million less. So I'd possibly just go for Rudiger. Kabak's about as nailed as it gets, right? Right now. It's fair. What you said about Lingard is what you said about Bamford, and now you still have him. Yeah. I get like I'm not. I don't. What do you want me to say? I don't know. I genuinely don't know what people want me to say. I got it wrong with Lingard. I didn't realize he was going to score 10 attacking returns in 9 games. If you all did, then you should buy a lottery ticket. To be honest, like I got it wrong with Bamford. I got him on my team. Maybe I have it wrong with Lingard, but I've missed 10 returns in 9 now. He's not a priority for me now. With Bamford, it was different. It was cheap, really good fixtures, penalties. Obviously, Lingard's cheap too, but it's him versus Jota. Like, it's no-brainer for me. Jota every single day of the week. Lingard, as I've said before, does have the pros that he definitely starts. And he's definitely going to get minutes. But I think I'd rather risk Jota with those fixtures, which is basically what I'm doing. If I had Salah and Sterling, who would you captain? Maybe Sterling as a punt, but I still, if they both start, I still probably back Salah, to be honest. You should do a comparison of Bruno's first games for United last January versus Lingard's impact at West Ham. Maybe Jesse Lingard will do a Bruno. Who knows? I mean, I didn't even have Bruno at the start of the season. So there you go. What do I know? Tierney, Antonio, Rafinha, Trent, Iheanacho, Smith Rowe -4. Yeah, I like it, to be honest. You're taking out 2 players that aren't even going to start. You know, get a Lingard. Is it fair to say that Andy will not be sporting a T-shirt from the J Lings fashion label? I love Lingard. I think he's great. I love the guy. I love the fact that he's like so carefree, all the dance and all that kind of stuff, because it winds people up, and he's just getting on with his life and playing football. Yeah, I like him. I'm not getting him in though. Cody versus James long term. I just think I prefer to get Cody because you know he's going to start playing 90 and not come off the bench. I mean, if Reece James starts, like, there's not many better players in the league to have in your FPL team, but if he comes on, it's a bit frustrating, right? Oscar, thank you. Victor, Neto or Lingard for wildcard, I just can't decide. I would go for Neto. Vladimir, thank you. Lingard has more Premier League goals than Messi. You're absolutely right. He does. Okay, so Mark's wildcarded. He's gone for Sterling captain. Oh, and he's still not going for Salah. Okay. And he's gone for Calvert-Lewin. I guess because he's got a double, right? Rudiger, Alonso, Trent, Mendy. Triple Chelsea. Fair enough. Mendy, Trent, Rudiger, Holding, Lingard. Jota, Fernandes, Son. God, I hope my team I hope my team holds up against all these wildcarders. No triple Chelsea defense for me. Fair enough. Are you worried about tripping up on Liverpool? I'm worried about getting too many points. That's about it. Messi living rent free. Come on, just a joke. I'm going to keep him Bamford for the next 3 fixtures. Not necessarily, I might get rid of him next week, but for this week I just have other stuff I want to do. I've got 2 players that aren't going to play, Antonio and Tierney, you know. You're going to Galway in September. Do I have a spare room? I actually do. It's full of gym equipment. Vladimir, Vardy, Nat, Phillips, or Iheanacho, Trent. Loads of people are asking this, right? I feel like right now I'd probably go Iheanacho, Trent. If Iheanacho is going to keep starting. Alonso and Vidra or Rudiger and Woods, Chris Wood. Again, if you get Vidra, you're going to have to keep starting, because if not, I mean, Alonso's a fun punt, right? George, I've decided to keep De Bruyne. Back me up. I can't. I just don't think he's going to start. I could be wrong. I really want to get news. Someone, if they're in the know, just send me some info. That's what I need. Benching Son for Phillips. He's been better the last 5. Good luck. Mark's gone triple Chelsea. I saw that. I think triple Chelsea's fine for the next 4. I've said this like a million times. I'm repeating myself now. For these 4 fixtures, triple Chelsea looks good. For these 4, I'm not so sure. And then you've got to figure out a way to get off of it in between doubles and blanks. But then again, they are the best defence in the league, or second best defence in the league, so he might be fine. Jota or Kane captain. Jota, if you think he's going to start, I've always Kane. Is me a good shout versus Newcastle? Yeah, I would say any defender really. The FPL site's not working. What are you on about? Better be bloody working. Let me see. Yeah, it's working fine. Judging by what sounds like he's rattled. He's not even gone for Salah. I can't believe, like, Mark, get on here. Where are you, Mark? Like, no Salah. I don't get that. Like, what? Like, if you look at the numbers, Villa are like the 8th or 10th worst attack, depending on whether you use penalties or not, and Leeds are the worst defence, and Leeds are the 3rd worst defence, and that's who Salah has the next 2 fixtures. Mad. I just think last 6 home fixtures for Liverpool, like, a lot of people making a thing about their home fixtures, but Fulham, okay, really rubbish. Chelsea, really good defence. Everton, okay, fair enough, not great, but it was a derby. City, yeah, really good defence. Brighton, pretty good defence. Burnley, okay, fair enough, but Salah didn't even start. Man United, okay, difficult. So I know the home form's been bad, but Fabinho's back. I'm going all in. I have been for ages. I knew I was doing this. Well, not necessarily Trent, but I knew I was doing Jota. We'll see what keeps happening. We'll see what happens over the next few games. Maybe they'll just be rubbish. Now, apparently he's doing Sterling to Son, so he's not going to have Salah for 2 weeks. I get the Sterling punt, though. I think a lot of people would do that. Thoughts on Sterling punt for 1 week? Yeah, I like it. I like it, to be honest. The only thing we're doing a Sterling punt into Son is then you've got 2 million spare, which is not the end of the world, but surely you can put that into better moves now than having to have that on the bench, especially when you've only got like 7 or 8 weeks left, right? Mendy and goal start 3 of. I would. Oh, well, Iheanacho. Oh, minimum 2 defenders. What? So just 1 attacker. I keep saying Vidra over Iheanacho, but I'm not sure about it, to be honest. Rudiger and Holden. Oh, sorry, did I miss it? My bad. Mount or Greenwood. Mount. Keep Bale for the double or get Salah. Bale's not going to start both those games. I would get Son if you don't have him. Otherwise, Salah's great. Shaw versus Cody. Shaw. Or for this week, I'd probably still play Shaw. I don't know if the Wolves are going to play a back 5. Sterling for 2 game week punt. Yes, I actually think Sterling could be a 2 game week punt. People, why is anyone else wildcarded and not getting Salah? I don't know. I know I'm a bit of a Salah fanboy. I'm so glad he got his goal against Arsenal, but like, look at this sea of green. In the bottom 8 worst defences this year for XG conceded or non-penalty XG conceded, Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, Southampton, West Brom, Burnley, and Palace are all in there. They're all in there, or maybe it's top 10, something like that. 7 of the 10. If they can't do it against these teams, maybe Liverpool really are done. Mark, how is it going? Wildcard time, Vardy and Mount / Neto, Sterling captain to Fernandes, Ian Achirino. I mean, that really comes down to do you want Vardy or Fernandes long term. I mean, I could tell you what I've done. I've gone to Vardy, right? So that's how over Fernandes. Now, I might be able to get Fernandes in, but I'm not necessarily going to do that. So that's the move I prefer. But if you want to take a punt, I mean, Sterling is probably the one punt a lot of people are going to do this week. So yeah, I don't hate that at all. But it depends whether you want Vardy or Fernandes long term, right? I think the one player I wish I had this week is Alonso. But I just don't want to bring him in ahead of Trent. De Bruyne not starting versus Leeds, but Gundogan mate. No one knows that for sure, though, right? Aubameyang Salah from -8 will captain 1. I probably wouldn't do a -8. I probably would just keep on playing Aubameyang for this week. Overall 18k. Don't want to miss out too much. Early transfer made. Antonio to Iheanacho worth a -8. I mean, if not, which two do I play out? Oh, so I would probably just play Bamford instead of taking a -4 this week, to be honest. Favorite Irish beer, tried O'Hara's or Fox's Rock. I've probably tried some kind of O'Hara's. I don't know about the other one though. I like is Wicklow Wolf is the brewer, right? Elevation Pale Ale. No, wait, is that the 6% one? Or is that like the 4.8%? I think it's Wicklow Wolf. Elevation. Yeah, Elevation Pale Ale. I think it's that one. Yeah, 4.8%. Bit weak, but decent. Decent. De Bruyne, Rafinha, Antonio to Salah, Jota, Nacho worth a -8. Again, it could be. It could be, but mate, can you not get away with just doing 2 of them? Like, just do De Bruyne or Antonio out, maybe? Do I think Brighton's chance of a clean sheet are greater than West Ham's? Yes, but I gotta be honest, I'm not confident on either. But yeah, I probably would go Brighton. Am I from Dublin? I think I sound like I'm from Dublin. Hafid, how's it going? Is -8 really that bad? I want to, but I'm afraid. It depends what you're doing. Not necessarily. Like, you could have been really stung with injuries and stuff. Like, if it's like a -8 to completely like restructure your squad or make long-term moves, it's not necessarily the end of the world, but it's got to be a pretty good move. Most people only ever need a -4, and they're just trying to force players out. Start 2 Calvert-Lewin, Lingardinho or Bamford. I'd probably start the first 2. Because Bamford's got Man City. It does have penalties though, of course. Does have penalties. Right, 45 minutes until the deadline. I probably should make my moves within the next 45 minutes. Yeah. Ouch. Start 2 Bamford, Veltman, Wan-Bissaka. Well, yeah, I start Bamford and then probably Wan-Bissaka, to be honest. You've officially hit the wildcard button. Oh my god, that's late. Do you know if there's an official Euro Fantasy being released? I can't go without for this entire summer. Yeah, there definitely will be. There always is. There usually is anyway. Pushkar, should I start Cody or Nathaniel Phillips? I'll probably start Phillips. Hope you're well. Che Adams or Bamford on wildcard. The problem with Che Adams is you just don't know if he's going to start. So if it was between just those two, I would probably go Bamford still, even though he's not got great fixtures right now. Start 1 Reguilon or Phillips. Start 1 Iheanacho or Wood. Probably Chris Wood and probably Phillips. Probably Chris Wood and probably a Phillips. Yeah, Chris Wood. Oh wait, no, Iheanacho. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's usually McDonald's, isn't it? We'll see. We shall see. Which City midfielder most nailed on for Leeds? Probably Sterling, to be honest with you. Probably Sterling. So I'm going to make my transfers. I'm still going to have to play one of the Leeds boys. I'm going to have to play Dawson against Leicester, and I'm going to have to play Martinez against Liverpool. It's not looking great for me, those 3 picks. How important is Trent on a wild card? I think that if you're wild carding, you kind of want to see if you can find... You don't have to go differential for the sake of it, but you want to see if you can find some differentials that are also proven players. Trent is one. Alonso's another one. Sterling potentially. There's lots you can do. Thoughts on Joe Cannon captain in the fantasy hurling? Go for it. Is he even playing? I don't know, to be honest. I know the name, of course. Cheers, David. Good luck to you too. Kieran, thank you very much. Ahmed, wildcard, Regulon, Musoka. That's Masuako, I guess. I would go Cody and Fofana for sure. I think out of those two. Vardy has 1 goal in his last 13 games. Because I'm hoping he'll get like 6 in the next 4. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, that's Vardy. Sorry, I'm just looking up. I'm just seeing if there's any extra info before I actually take the old plunge. Don't look like it. Don't look like it. Sorry. Aguero triple captain, got over 100 points to catch. The thing is, he might not even start. It's such a big gamble. It's such a big gamble. I mean, 100 points is a lot, I get you, but you're hoping that Aguero starts and then he outscores everyone else. I mean, Kane triple captain next week seems like a no-brainer to me. So that's what I will be doing. I know it feels like everyone's going to do that, but most people have used their triple captain on the previous Kane endeavour. They didn't go well. Neto or Lingard? I would personally go Neto. Just saying. Sam, Mendy, Forster, Trent, and big Chris Wood, Sterling or De Bruyne. I would probably go Sterling over De Bruyne right now. I think he's more guaranteed minutes in the league. Play one of Cody Holding. Alex Holding. James, thank you very much. I'm captaining Salah. Yeah, that's one reason why I should just make the move so you can see my team. Make sure, I tell you what, when we get to 1,500, there's enough of you in here, there's 6,000 people watching. When we get to 1,500 likes, I'll just make the transfers. We're only 1,000 away, there's enough of you watching, you can do that. I don't think I'm going to get any more info between now and the deadline. If I do, and it's to say that De Bruyne is starting, I will probably cry. So yeah, there is that. I guess the only thing about De Bruyne going out of my team, he can't massively punish me because so many people don't have him. But it would make me cry. It would make me cry. I won't lie. Oh, the likes are on. What are the likes on? 1,130. Damn! I didn't realise it was such an easy way to get likes. Oh, hang on. I've lost my freaking questions now. Have wildcard bench boost, save for potential double game week 35 bench boost. I'll be completely honest with you. I have not looked into the potential about bench boosting in game week 35 at all. At all. I don't know who's definitely going to play. I can't answer that. If you've got a good bench then yeah, use it. Don't overthink the bench boost. If you have to use it in a single game week and you've got a good bench, just do it. But I don't know. I'll be honest about that question. Captain Alonso, Mahrez or Jota? Probably Jota, then Alonso, then Mahrez, just because of starts. Shaw or Fofana, given Shaw has a knock. Is it to play this week? Then yeah, probably go for Fofana. Rip DMX. Oh, has DMX died, has he? That is sad news. Used to listen to him a lot when I was younger, not for a little while. That is sad news. Rest in peace. Captain captain Sterling. I'm going for Salah. Well, you could go for Sterling as a punt. I'm going Salah. I wouldn't captain Kane over those two, to be honest. Oh, 1,300. You're slacking. Adam, you'll excuse me while I completely ignore that with no guarantee that is true. Would you take a punt on Gundogan for the next 2 weeks before bringing Madison in for 33, or just go straight to Madison? I mean, surely there's got to be a chance that Gundogan starts one of the next two. The thing is, you just don't know if Madison's going to start. So I possibly would just keep Gundogan. I have wildcard this week. Should I get in Madison or Lingard? I'd probably go Lingard. I've captained De Bruyne. I don't know who the vice captain. I don't have Salah, so it'll be between Gundogan, Mount, Jota, or Bruno. I mean, Bruno's never a bad captain, is he? But I'd probably take the risk on Jota starting. If not, I'd just go straight to Bruno. Diaz or Alonso on wildcard. I would be very tempted by Alonso. He's such a fun punt. Sammy, thank you very much. Thank you very much. 1,390. Just 110 more likes, and we'll just get the transfers locked in with 37 more minutes to go. Holding Masuaku and Cody, pick 2. Not Masuaku. I mean, I guess he is probably going to keep starting, but no guarantee. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I thought I just saw someone say the deadline was at 6, and I panicked. It's definitely 6. So don't you be worrying about that. I mean, I already know the transfer I'm going to do. You already know they're on screen, so it's not really that much of a suspenseful thing. Used my bench boost last week and got a massive 2 points. Yeah, that was not a great week in the end to do it, was it? It wasn't a great week at all. Yeah, if Masuaku keeps starting, then he's great. But if he doesn't, I mean, he probably will, I guess, with Rice out. Just try and keep him more compact, having 5 defenders instead of just the 4. But he could be all right. I just think there's better picks you can make right now. Alonso and Bruno versus Christensen and Salah. Ooh, probably Alonso and Bruno, but I would want Salah. Yeah, okay, let's just get these transfers locked in. Tierney out for Alexander-Arnold. De Bruyne to Jota and Tony to Vardy. -4. Boom. There we go. Salah captain. I'm probably going to go with Vardy vice captain instead of Jota, to be honest. I'm going to play Bamford ahead of Rafinha. I'm going to play Gundogan. And I'm going to put Burn ahead of Dallas, even though I don't think Burn will play. And then that is it. It ain't great. The wildcarders have definitely got an advantage from now until the end of the season. Like Martinez, Dawson, Gundogan potentially if he doesn't start, and Bamford are not good. The rest of them, Kane and Son, everyone's got them anyway. Vardy, Jota, Salah, Rudiger, Trent. It's okay. It's okay. We just cross our fingers at this point. We just cross our fingers. Thanks for all the likes, by the way. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're well on our way to 149,000. If you had to pick one for the next 5, Trent or Vardy? Vardy. Rudiger or Christian? Rudiger. Transfer out Saka or Rafinha for Jota? Probably Rafinha just because of the fixtures. So you're saying to captain Jota instead of De Bruyne? Look, I think if De Bruyne starts, I would go for him. If anything, if I had both of them, I would probably captain De Bruyne and vice captain Jota. Using my wildcard, I've changed De Bruyne to Gundogan to get Salah in. 2.7 Mac. Would you change DC out to Vardy? I probably would on a wildcard, yeah. Wildcard, Shaw, Leno or Alonso Mendy. Can you not do... You can do Leno and Alonso, right? If Alonso Mendy gives you triple and Alonso's more than Shaw and Leno is cheaper than Mendy, you can go Leno Alonso. That's what I would probably go with. On wildcard, captain De Bruyne to Son 32, Salah 33, heads gone. The thing is, again, I don't know if De Bruyne is going to start. If you're going to go for a punt on City, probably just go for Sterling. If not, just start with Son. 2 free transfers: Aguero, Jota, me for Antonio, Bale, Cancelo. I wouldn't. Oh, sorry. Aguero, Jota is in and me in. Burnley's fixtures aren't that great, and Aguero is just not a good long-term pick in my opinion. Maybe he will start the next few league games. I could be wrong, but I'm not feeling that at all, to be honest. Corey, thoughts on this -20? You're always taking hits. Cancelo, Dallas, Bale, Rafinha, Antonio out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs. Trent, Rudiger, Jota, Maddison, Iheanacho. And again, Maddison might not even start. Just a word of warning. Surely you can take less hits than that. Cancelo might start. Rafinha doesn't probably need to be sold. Dallas, Bale, Antonio out. Fair enough. Would it be too risky to captain Gundogan? I mean, there's a chance he gets benched and comes on. But I reckon if he misses out completely. So just make sure, if you're going to do it, make sure you've got a good vice captain. There's 32 minutes until the old deadline. So, yeah, go for it. I'm going to play Bamford ahead of Rafinha, but I don't know about it. I don't know. You think Nacho nailed game week 32 to 35? If Barnes doesn't come back, he should be, but there is no guarantee. Anyone that tells you he is definitely 100% nailed does not know that for sure, unless they're Brendan Rodgers. Even he probably doesn't know. Get Jota and Nacho -4, or just get Vardy and play ESR. Again, like what? I mean, in isolation, it's difficult because I don't know the rest of your team. Like Jota and Iheanacho from -4 is like it's probably better to play those two than just play Vardy and ESR every week. Play Rafinha or Watkins, Rafinha, Dawson or Wan-Bissaka, me again, James or Alonso. I prefer Alonso to James. I think with Alonso, Chilwell's probably like people have been saying, like Chelsea fans have been saying, he's probably going to play Champions League and FA Cup and stuff like that. And so Alonso's going to play the league games. And also Alonso doesn't tend to come on like James does. And he's more attacking. He's got more goal threat than James would. Like James is more likely to assist. Alonso's more likely to score. Alonso all day, I think. Sanchez or Reguilon if I can afford it. Wait, what? Sanchez? Like, is in the Brighton goalkeeper? Oh, is it Davinson Sanchez? Oh, definitely Reguilon. Definitely Reguilon. I mean, Davinson Sanchez over the last performance or two probably deserves to be dropped, to be honest. Reguilon more attacking, I would say, so I'll go for him. 13 minutes until the deadline. Make sure to get your wildcards locked in, your transfers locked in, your captaincy locked in. Just realize, how much money have I got in the bank? 1 million. 5.5 million. I'm just thinking, can I do anything more interesting? I mean, if I had another 0.2 million, Dawson to Alonso, maybe. Probably wouldn't do it, though, to be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Alvin, definite no-no on De Bruyne. What do you mean definite no-no? I don't think he'll start, but that's why I've transferred him out. But I don't know. I'm not Pep. Neto and Cody or Saka and Fofana. Wait, what? Oh, probably Neto and Cody, to be honest. Probably Neto and Cody. Seb. Akash, wildcard, Lingard and Vidra or Saka and Bamford. I think Saka and Bamford long term for me. For like short term, probably Lingard and Vidra. Clyde, Patricia away versus Fulham or Johnston home versus Saints. Bolly's missing again, isn't he? I'd probably go Johnston, I think. My captain is on screen. It is Mo Salah. Mo Salah. The question is, if Salah doesn't play, am I actually happy with Vardy captain? Is Jota definitely gonna? If Salah doesn't play, Jota definitely plays, right? It'll be Mane, Firmino, Jota, right? So should I captain from the same game? Is that risky? Could the game get called off by tomorrow? Do I go for Jamie Vardy vice captain? Is this really a big thing? Does it matter? I feel like I would... I think I've got to go for Vardy, haven't I? Oh, Dallas to Alonso. Dallas to Alonso. 17 Jacks. The problem is, right? Oh my god. Are we really considering a -8? I could bench Dawson. Dallas to Alonso. Or Dallas to Azpilicueta. I completely forgot about little old Dallas. The problem is, right, straight away I'll tell you now, this stops me getting Bruno Fernandes, I think. Hang on. -8 though, just to not play Dawson. But Alonso could get a big haul. Right, you got to stop asking me questions now, so I can have a look at this. So let's say I do this, and then I do Bamford to Iheanacho in Game Week 32. So I play this front three in 32. I play Jota, I play Salah, I play Son. So in 33... Oh, I can afford it because I can get Smith Rowe. Because if I really want Fernandes, I can still get him. A -4 though to bench Dawson. But it means I can't get like Saka or Lookman or whoever. I completely forgot about Dallas. Okay, I need to do... Hang on. I need to do this on the planner a sec. Because I was looking at Dawson out, but Dallas out. Oh, when's Alonso playing? He's playing at 5:30 tomorrow. So I'd have Gundogan, then triple, and then Alonso and Rudiger against Palace. Oh, I've got to look on the transfer planner. Hang on. I don't know if I can... Hang on a sec. I don't think I can really show you this properly. I'll just have to... I'll have to just block the chat for a sec. So let me just... Okay, so this is started over. So let me just put my transfers in. So... Tierney out for... Oh, why does this never work? Oh, I can't search. Oh, yeah, there it is. Tierney out for... I can't put Trent in because I've not got enough money. Hang on. De Bruyne for Jota. Antonio for Vardy. And then Tierney for Trent. Oh, where is he? Alexander-Arnold. And let's just say I do Dallas to Alonso. The thing is, how many more games is Alonso going to play for? That's the question. Okay, so I know what the team looks like for this week. It doesn't matter. For Game Week 32... See, straight away I'm a little bit stuck because I'd want to play Trent, Alonso, Rudiger and Dawson. I mean, I guess I could bench Bamford and Rafinha, but I don't particularly like that. But I wouldn't need to make a I wouldn't need to make a transfer in 32, whereas right now I'm booking in Iheanacho. And in Game Week 33, I'd have 2 free transfers. I mean, I'd have double Chelsea defence against West Ham. I don't think Dan Burn's going to play. So yeah, I would have to do Smith Rowe. I mean, I could just do Son straight to... How much is Rashford? Hang on. He's 9.5. He's more expensive than Son. That's ridiculous. I could afford it as it stands. So I could just do Son to Rashford and ignore Bruno. I could even do Gundogan to Neto if I really wanted to. Or I could do the 2 moves and get Smith Rowe in. Hang on a sec. So Smith Rowe and Fernandes. Let's say I'm really scared about going without Fernandes. Oh, not that Fernandes. Wait, what? Why is it? How much do I have to spend? Oh, 11.4. Where have I gone wrong then? Oh. Because I need to... Oh, for Christ's sake. Why is Smith Rowe not... Oh, I've already got Smith Rowe. What's the issue then? Why is it saying I've got less money this time, but on... What am I missing? Oh. It's because I have to do Bamford to Iheanacho. Okay. So I need that transfer to be able to afford it. And I would only have... I would have 0.3 million spare. So in Game Week 30... I'm not reading the chat at all, by the way. So in Game Week 32, not only do I need to bring in Iheanacho, I need to bench one of Rudiger, Trent, Alonso or Dawson. I mean, Gundogan might not play. But I don't like that. I think I might have to just stick with what I've got. Because I'm not going to want to bench Iheanacho. I mean, Gundogan might not play, I guess. I could play 4-3-3. Or I could just bench Rudiger. It's not the end of the world. So that will be in Game Week 32. And then in Game Week 33, Gundogan out for Smith. And then, yeah, 11.9 to do Fernandes in. I mean... That ain't that bad, is it? For one more hit. Alonso's a one-week punt. When is he, though? Right, let me see Chelsea's fixtures. Hang on. Last minute moves are the best moves. Do it. Go on, my son. This Reek's a genius. Top 100. It definitely doesn't reek a genius, I'll be honest with you. So they got Palace tomorrow. Then it's Champions League. Then it's the FA Cup semi-final. I mean, is Chilwell going to play both games in a row? Possibly. But how many of the rest of the games does Alonso play? Yeah, I don't... I'm boring, but I don't think I can do it. I kind of want to now. I've started to talk myself into it. I haven't thought enough about it. I just completely forgot about Dallas. So I mean, I tweeted the other day. Do you ever feel like you forget, you miss something? I definitely have. Oh my god, what question did I get up to? Ferran is a punt on wildcard. Son in next week. I'd probably just start with Son. Wildcard Lingard and Vidra or Saka. Oh, I did that one. I think done that one. Jota, De Bruyne, Kane, captain. De Bruyne with Jota vice. Salah or Sterling captain. Sterling if you want to go for the punt. I think Salah's fine though. Not for one this week, but next week. Would you sell Bruno for Son, then get Bruno back? If it meant a -4 both times, I would maybe try and find another way. But why would Bruno to Son be a -4? Currently on -40 due to injuries. De Bruyne to Raheem. No, you're not. Surely not. I wouldn't do that, no. Why would you be on a -40? That's basically your whole team. Captain Kane, De Bruyne or outside chance Iheanacho. I'd probably go De Bruyne than Kane. It's a shame you needed to bin Tierney. Yeah, injuries, I guess. It happens, right? Play Son or Vidra. I would probably play Son. I know why people want to do play Vidra, but I'm not sure about it. Cavalier or Vardy? Cavalier. Wildcard, Holden and Madison or Neto and Azpilicueta Alonso? Neto and Alonso, probably. What if Alonso plays a bunch of those last few fixtures, though? What if? Hang on. When is the Champions League semi-final? Because Chelsea will probably get through now, right? 27th of April and the 4th of May. I need to write this down. 27th of April and the 4th of May. Hang on. Champions League semi. 27th of April, 4th of May. So they're going to have Palace on the 10th of April. They're going to have Champions League quarterfinal, 13th of April. FA Cup, FA semi, 17th of April. 27th of April, 17th of April is the FA Cup. Brighton is on the 20th. Brighton, 20th of April. 24th of April is West Ham, so he might not play that one. But he could play both, right? And Chilwell just plays in the Champions League. But Chilwell's not just going to play nothing for 10 days, I don't think. Champions League on the 27th, if they get through. Fulham on the 1st of May. Hang on, should I... When's the Champions League final? Not that I necessarily think Chelsea will get through. It's on the 29th of May, so the league will be over by then, obviously. Yeah. So this is the... hang on. Look at this. This is Chelsea's fixture list. So right now you've got to think it could be Alonso for Palace, Chilwell for both, and this is what Gianni thinks, right? Chilwell for the quarterfinal and the FA Cup semi. Then Alonso. Now this one I'm not sure about, but surely he plays Fulham, so he possibly plays 1, 2, 3 in the next 4 league games. This is Marcus Alonso we're talking about. This is Marcus Alonso. For a -4 though, just to bench Dawson. Tough question. Hang on a sec. I'm going to tweet out the stream. How long we got left? 17 minutes. Oh, good. There's not too many super chats. Would you keep DS, Louds, and Martinez or Shaw in a wildcard? Maybe Shaw. Probably not Martinez, to be honest. And maybe DS, but probably not. Look at Dallas' fixtures after the next 3 would hold him. Yeah, but that's 3 fixtures ahead. All right? Brighton and Spurs aren't that great for me, I don't think. But yeah, these last ones are pretty good. The thing is, I didn't buy him. I got him for 4... What did I buy him for? Yeah, I bought him at 4.8, so I have made a bit of money on him. Yeah, it's a -4 to not play Dawson this week, and then to maybe only play 2 of the next 3, and then the fixtures are pretty poor anyway. But it is Marcus Alonso, you know. It's Marcus Alonso. He's tempting. I'm jealous of everyone that's got him. I don't know if we can do it. I don't know. Have I taken a -8 all season? I don't know if I have. I've taken 1 -8 in game week 26. That was a double though, wasn't it? Yeah. That was to get Kane in. That was the same thing. That was 2 free transfers. I made 4. Corey, thoughts on your team? Arietta, Rudiger, Alonso, Trent, Trossard, of course. Why wouldn't he be in there? Yeah, I like it. Is that a wild card though? It's not, is it? I know you're going to bring Alonso in. Your breathing has got really loud, which that happens whenever you make a big decision. I'm stressed. My heart rate's probably going right up. Don't do too late. Fixed team again. I'll be honest. I'll make the transfers whenever I want. If that's late, that's when it'll be. What would -8 do to the rank? It would definitely give me a red arrow before the game week starts. I mean, I got to be honest. I don't think taking a -4 and not doing another -4 to bring in Alonso is playing it safe. To be honest, I don't think you can say it's safe. I've bought Vardy and now he's playing Dawson. I guess if Dawson keeps clean sheet and Vardy gets nothing, I'll be well annoyed. I don't think I can do it. I want to do it, but I just don't think I can. I mean, I could stretch to Azpilicueta to be completely honest. No, yeah, I could stretch to Azpilicueta and just be completely safe, but that's boring, isn't it? Look at old Marcus. So how many games has he played in a row? He played Burnley, Spurs, played Newcastle, Southampton. Then he missed 2. Then he played 1, missed 1, played 1. Fulham actually feels like a game Chilwell might start. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know Alonso's going to start this week, but I'm probably not going to get him. I don't think. I'm pretty happy. I've been fairly set on these transfers for most of the day. That'll have to do, I think. Nikolai, Azpilicueta and Fofana or Rudiger and Castagna? Castagna's arguably a bit more attacking, but he hasn't been recently. I'd probably go Azpilicueta and Fofana, to be honest. 0 million in the bank and wildcard. Have Gundogan at 5.7. Keep or Neto? I'd probably just go Neto, to be honest. Do I trust the rotation? I mean, obviously, no one knows for sure. That's exactly how how the rotation will occur. But I don't know. The people are making a good case. No, I'm not going to do it. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just saying now. I'm not trying to build up tension. I'm probably not going to do it, I don't think. Even though I just tweeted out. Maybe I'll delete the tweet in case people think I've tried to clickbait them in. I'll delete that, yeah. Yeah, no, I just... It's just a -4 to bench another defender... And it takes another million out my budget. I mean, the thing is, yes, I can get Smith Rowe and get Fernandes, but if I keep that million, I could get like Saka instead, who I think I probably would prefer if he was starting, if I could afford it. And I'm not necessarily definitely going to get Fernandes as well. I'm just leaving my options open. Palace is so bad. I know. Once again, it'll be a Chelsea game I won't be able to watch. Mikhail, still contemplating between keeping my wildcard this week for week, but for a differential Sterling or Aguero. If you can, I'd go Sterling over Aguero. Fernandes and Harden or Vardy and Azpilicueta. I'd say Vardy and Azpilicueta for the next 4 or 5 weeks. No, I said I would make my transfers at 1,500 likes. Doesn't mean I can't make any more if I don't want to. Bruno could be injured. Yeah. In 2 weeks, Bruno could be injured, and Alonso could have 2 double-digit hauls. Oh, I can't watch Chelsea when not owning Alonso now that he's kind of being owned by so many people. But we'll see. Do. Oh yeah, everyone's selling Martinez. Oh, I don't want Martinez to get a clean sheet this week. Well, the old Salah to get a hat trick, then miss a penalty wouldn't be the worst thing if Martinez saves it, and especially if Salah scores a follow up. You got 10 minutes to the deadline, as Adam says. Werner, not worried Salah Jota will be rested. I don't see them both being rested, to be completely honest with you. Excuse me. Stones, Diaz, Holding, Konza, and Dallas. Any advice on who to bring in for future staying in this budget? I mean, what are your moves? I mean, out of those, Stones is probably the one I would get rid of, because Diaz could keep starting, Holding, Konza, and Dallas. At least they're starting regularly. There could be rotation for City, so probably Stones, Fofana, Cody. Sure, if you can afford him. Oh yeah, Bruno's definitely fine. I don't think anyone's worried. Mount Goodwin and Neto, probably Neto. Bench Holding or Rudiger. Holding. Yeah, Holding. I've successfully talked you into getting Alonso. Oh my god. What's Alonso's ownership in the top 10k? I mean, obviously he's going to be higher this week than he was last week. Probably not by a great deal though, because of the blank. Or basically a blank. He is owned by 9.4%. 9.4%. You're going to do it. I'm almost certainly not going to do it. Just saying that right now. Start Wan-Bissaka or Dawson. Probably Wan-Bissaka. We should start Cavalier on Iheanacho. Probably Iheanacho, the way things are going recently. Bamford, Davern and Son to Gundogan for a -4. I don't like Son to Gundogan. Son's got a double next week. Gundogan's not 100% guaranteed to start. Ibrahim, -8. Gundogan, De Bruyne, Diaz for Jota, Son, Trent, Kane next week. Yeah? Oh, yeah. And then is it like those 3 plus Kane next week? In all, I like those transfers. Whether or not they all work out this week, though, from -8. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling people not to do -8, and I'm thinking of one myself. Wilson, Iheanacho, or Lacazette for a long haul. Probably Iheanacho as things stand. I don't like Newcastle's fixtures. Arsenal's are good, but how many minutes will Lacazette get? Should I start Luke Shaw over Bamford? Probably not. I've also convinced you to get Alonso. Oh my god, I've convinced so many people apparently. He's so good. Vidra and Alonso or Wood and Rudiger. Last minute panic. I mean, I prefer the structure of having Rudiger, to be honest, but Alonso's more fun. Villa for 35 years. Villa will not do the double over Liverpool. Yeah, surely no one's expecting that. Surely. I mean, you never know. But without Grealish, it's going to be not impossible, of course, but next to impossible. Surely. I'm feeling confident with Bamford over Rafinha. Just Bamford's got penalties, to be honest. There ain't much more to it, am I thinking? I think over the season, stats-wise, Bamford's probably just ahead. I know people like Rafinha on recent stats, but yeah, not much more to it. 7 minutes to the deadline. I mean, I'm definitely... Okay, so let me just check everything's in place. So I'm definitely captaining Salah. Gundogan in. Jota in. Look how good Alonso would be if he was just sat there. Thing is, if I bring Fernandes in, I've got to reverse that in game week 34. So I don't actually think I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to bring Fernandes in. I'd have to reverse it. I could just bench... I could just bench Gundogan and I would probably start Forster over Martinez this week. I'm doing one more check on the transfer planner. 32. Iheanacho in. 33. Let's say I don't get Fernandes. Let's say I bench Son. And I do Gundogan to Neto for free. And then 34. I could bench Trent against Man United if I really wanted to. Or I could bench Jota. Neto's got West Brom. Man United have got Liverpool. It's just that game week 33. Can I really go into it without Fernandes? I mean, I've got... Oh, I definitely play Son, obviously, in 34. Instead of who, though? Jota, I guess. That's 34. I mean, at some point, I've got my free hit as well. I don't know exactly when that will be just yet, but I've got it. And then City's fixture, and then Chelsea's fixtures in game week 35 get pretty poor. But Leicester's still pretty good. Then in 36, Leicester's get bad. And then they got Alonso. God, Liverpool's fixtures are so good. They're so good. To be honest, I wasn't even thinking about getting Alonso until someone pointed out the Dallas move, because I thought I could only do Dawson to Alonso. I completely forgot about Dallas. Bringing Jota for -4, do it for free next week. Depends who you're taking out. Could be worth -4, depending on who that is. Start Watkins or Shaw. Watkins, worth chucking him in over Azpilicueta in a wild card. I mean, Azpilicueta is safer for starts. Alonso's more fun. He always has been. Luka Dean or Diaz for the run-in. Probably Dean, just because I think he'll get more minutes, but that's about it, really. Change the start 11. So far, Shaw, Watkins, Areola, bench, Martinez. I'd maybe play Areola ahead of Martinez. Otherwise, I think it's probably okay. Less talk and more action. It's too late. I don't have enough time to think about it. I mean, in 34, I would have a free transfer, and I wouldn't really need to make one. I'd have Martinez against Everton. It's probably okay. Can I go without Fernandes for game week 33, though? Against Leeds. That could hurt. Could hurt a lot. I mean, game week 35, I'd have Rudiger and Alonso against Man City. That is not nice. But I could change him for someone else. I'd love to get more Liverpool players in. Arsenal fixtures are quite good. Maybe Tierney will be back. He's probably not going to be back though, is he? Spurs, Man City. Man City's end to the season's pretty good, to be honest. No one has really great end to the fixture. Well, Dallas. Yeah, Bruno's heavily owned, but I would have to get rid of Son, and I would want to bring. I think I would just want to bring Son straight back in. So I think I'm probably going to risk it. It's a big risk. Don't get me wrong. It's a massive risk, in fact. Also, there's obviously the hope that Alonso definitely plays in game week 33. That's not absolutely nailed on at all. 28. Got 2 minutes left. Look how good my team would look next week. I go to sleep. Start Phillips ahead of Veltman. Yes. Alonso and Davis off for Fan and Vidra and save a game week 3. Probably the latter for safety. If not wildcarding this week, when's next best? 33, 34, 35. It's going to depend when the doubles go. Son or Neto. I mean, it's got to be Son, right? He's got a double game week. Let's not be crazy about this. Fremo, glad you're enjoying things. Oh, -8 for Alonso. I think I'm just losing the plot. Am I losing the plot though? What if he keeps starting? 1 minute. My team for 32 would look so nice, by the way. Before I go, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Thank you for whoever pointed out that I can afford to do this. Fuck, he's not playing though. Shh. I've just sworn live on camera. Am I in? Am I in? I'm in. Right. -8 done. Oh, why have I done that? Fernandez can still come in, but it's not guaranteed. I think I got... oh! Imagine if Alonso doesn't start. But you know what? If Alonso doesn't start, I've got Dawson on the bench. It's not the end of the world. It's just I keep looking at my game week 32 team, my game week 33 and 34, and they look so good. Like my game week 34 team looks amazing if he starts. Like so good. And I can even afford to bench Trent and Jota if I really want to. I've saved it. It's saved. Oh, yeah. I was chatting to someone earlier on WhatsApp about Alonso a lot. Are we on deadline yet? Boom. What a time to be alive. Victor, thank you. You convinced me Dallas out Alonso from -4. Who was it that told... I'm going to have to go back and look. Who told me I could afford to do Dallas out? Bring in Fofana for Stones or roll the transfer. I probably would have rolled the transfer. It's too late now. We're locked in. I've lost it already. I'm going to be out the side the top 2k. Whatever at this point. Whatever. He might blank. Oh yeah, the natural F drop. I know. I was like, I'm like a minute left and I haven't even put him in the team yet. Imagine if I'd taken a -4 and put him third bench. That would have been embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot about that. I completely forgot. Lost the plot. How much of a rank drop? I have got no idea, to be honest. Got no idea. I hope to God Alonso does something for you. I reckon you might go on full tilt. Possibly. If he doesn't start, it'd be hilarious. I mean, it won't be hilarious at all. I might go on full tilt, like you said. The thing is, I don't. If he doesn't play next week, I've got a defense that can cover him. Over 300. Hang on, are you telling? Oh my god, 300 idiots unliked the stream because I did my transfer late. Oh my days. Oh, they haven't. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You tricked me there. Oh, do you mean they've taken their likes off the stream? Oh my god, they have. You're right. Hang on. Over 300 people they had originally liked the stream and they've taken their like off. Oh my god. Some people who watch this are so sad. It's unreal. I mean, fair enough if you generally don't like it, but if it's just because I did one of my transfers late, that is absurd. That is absolutely absurd. Oh my god. Idiots. That's all I can say. If you've unticked the like button because you didn't enjoy the stream, that's honestly fine. I don't mind that at all. But oh my god, just for the captaincy. Yeah, it needs to get a life. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'll Oh, why have I taken a -8? It makes no sense. And that is, I've lost it. I've lost the plot. It's because I've lost my triple digits. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. The FOMO did me, I think. Thank you to everyone that's liked the stream since. Honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's really not the end of the world. I just thought that person was lying when they said it, and obviously they weren't. I need to go back. I need to go back and see who told me I could do Dallas to Alonso. I think that person screwed me. Is that the first time a swear word slipped out live? Probably not, to be honest. But, you know, it's just natural sometimes, you know. Like, I'm only going to watch. So on Saturday, right? Saturday is basically where I cry or I don't cry. Victor, thank you very much. Honestly, don't worry about it. It doesn't. I'm not bothered about it. I genuinely am not bothered about it. I just when they first saw it, I thought, well, there's not 300 dislikes, but then I realised like the title number had come off. Saturday could be pain for me because Gundogan might not start and De Bruyne could start. Bearing in mind, if I 100% knew that De Bruyne was starting, I would have captained him this week. But instead, I've sold him for a hit. Then I've got triple Liverpool. No guarantees Jota starts. No guarantees Salah does either. And obviously, if Trent concedes, that hurts. And then in here, if Alonso doesn't start, I'm switching off all my social media. I can't check Twitter or comments. I'm probably going to do a watch along for this game for Liverpool versus Villa. Just yours. I've gained you 20 points. When you win FPL, I'll take the free football. You can have the free football, Gus. You can have the free football. I'll take the backpack or whatever it might be. Thank you to everyone that's liking the stream to kind of counteract it. Like I said, it's generally not a problem. It's just sad. Like 300 people who. I mean, it's not. Like, if anything, if I'm being completely objective about the move, it's not a good move. It's not a good move. It's just hoping that Alonso does what Alonso does and smashes the ball in the back of the net a couple of times and gets a clean sheet. But it is risky. It is risky. But I'll probably do a watch along for Liverpool versus Villa considering I've got 3 players. Watch along for the Chelsea lineup. No way. No way. You secretly found a way to get 150,000 subscribers by bringing Alonso in. Maybe you'd lose 150,000. Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Right, I'm going because I can't take this anymore. I actually feel a bit sick. I feel a bit sick. Oh god, the Chelsea team sheet will drop through the. I've got to do Liverpool. I've got to do Liverpool then because I'll get to see the Chelsea team sheet as Business Cat just said. I feel a bit sick. That's weird, isn't it? Anyway, it's just FPL. Right, thank you for watching it. Please do hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you're new around here. I'll be back this time next week for a hopefully less drama-filled deadline stream. Thank you for all the super chats, all the questions, all the support. Big milestone coming tomorrow. I'm going to tweet out about it tomorrow. I can't do it today because it's not officially done, but there's a big milestone coming. Good luck this weekend. Be nice to me, right? If Alonso blanks, just be nice to me, please. And if Lingard smashes it, fair play to you. Fair play. Right, I'm off. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to go and eat. See you later.